6 knockouts, 4 submissions, 6 decisions. Is Yair Rodriguez any good? Back at the start of 2023, we didn't need to ask this question. We knew he was good. Why can't we just have a ninja as a UFC champion, please? Yair Rodriguez is one of a kind, truly. You know, he has always expressed his creativity in the cage, and for that I have the utmost respect for. Whether that be his unique finishing moves straight out of a Jackie Chan movie, or his live on-air meltdown back at UFC Mexico. We won't get into that one. His come-up was amazing to watch, but sadly, he's now in very different circumstances. Unfortunately, he was not one of the few to find a finish over Alexander Volkanovski. In fact, it was him that was peppered up and sent packing. He lost his interim title, and most recently was submitted for the first time in his career by Brian Ortega. I'm going to enjoy this one. I've had some takes on Yair Rodriguez for quite a while now, and it's time to be brutally honest for the sake of analysis. Follow along. Let's take a look at fight style, strengths and weaknesses, UFC career, to come to our verdict. Yair Rodriguez, an unpredictable dervish who excels at range, but not in chaos. I love fighters who understand the value of unpredictability, but it needs to be executed properly, and you still need great fundamentals and defense. I don't think I've seen anyone move their feet and throw kicks quite like Yair. Maybe Zabit back in the day. They were kind of in talks to fight each other, but we just never got that fight. Not to sound like Dan Hardy or Joe Rogan, but it's truly poetry in motion. God, that's so cringe. It seems like to beat him, you need to walk through some fire, learn how to read his fakes, and then crash in and trade or wrestle heavy. Due to the level of comp he's fighting right now, he can't afford to be that same crowd pleaser he once was. It's time to level up big in his next performance. He'll be fighting Patricio Pitbull on April 12th. Yair has his hands full with this one, even if Patricio is a bit on the older side. But let's get into analysis. Strengths: dynamic stand-up, strong feints. Weaknesses: can't wrestle, weak punches, short arms. Best performance was against Andre Fili. Jumping switch kick to the face. Chef's kiss, enough said. Most fun was against Max Holloway. Now, if you could witness a striking masterclass, but where both guys managed to display one, it would be this fight. A fight where Max Holloway, a volume demon, had to mix in never-before-seen takedowns in order to slow Yair down in moments. Both went to the brink in this one, and Yair showed a ton of adaptability, flow, and heart. First up for notable wins, TKZ, or the Korean zombie Chan Sung Jung. Fluke win. No, I'm kidding. This was a good kickboxing match, and Yair pulled off possibly the greatest buzzer beater in the history of all sports. Did TKZ rush forward kind of like a dumbass at the end? Yes. But you still have to give the credit for Yair for making the read. Duck down, upward elbow, bolo elbow, I don't even know what to call it, but just beautiful stuff. And Josh Emmett. And now Emmett came into this fight completely zombified, live by the weight cut and die by the weight cut, I guess. This fight showcased Yair's feints working to great effect, keeping Josh at bay and always in a state of guessing what was going to come at him. And Yair ate some bombs, and I'll always credit him for having an iron chin. I mean, very few people can just take a Josh Emmett lunchbox to the chin and keep on trucking. Notable losses. Here we get into some real smart fighters who were able to identify Yair's biggest areas and plan accordingly. Volkan Ortega stayed composed, kept their defense tight, and waited for the right moment to start putting Yair's physicality to the test. We'll see how he does this weekend against Patricio Pitbull. This one should get interesting. Strike accuracy, 46%, below baseline. Strikes landed per minute, 4.65. Decent output. Strikes absorbed per minute, 3.99. Yair has a great chin, we can forgive this. Takedown average, 0.69. Submission average, 0.69. Takedown accuracy, 27%. Yeah, forget it. He's a pure striker. Strike defense, 52%. Takedown defense, 58%. It should be noted that with every fight, this stat is plummeting lower and lower. Knockdown average, 0.31. Average fight time, 13 minutes, 7 seconds. And this is how Yair Rodriguez is most likely to win a fight. Truly by any method, I mean, his career began with plenty of unique submissions, arm bars, triangles, but his base is Taekwondo. He's shown to put people to sleep with kicks and elbows, hurt you to the body, beat up your legs with calf kicks. but not punches. He has very little punch power. I remember watching him ground and pound BJ Penn and just thinking, like, what are you doing? Now for the verdict. You know, Yair has always expressed his creativity in the cage, and that I have the utmost respect for. I'm never just looking for the most technical fighter of all time, because that would be boring. It's the blending of all these pros and cons that makes fighting so interesting to me, and Yair Rodriguez is a direct contributor to that. His stance-switching taekwondo approach is super entertaining. I love it, but it's just not sustainable in a sport where wrestling is present. You're gonna get grabbed, you're gonna get brought down, people aren't trying to deal with your kicks. Yair Rodriguez is C tier. As always, take care of yourself, subscribe, and comment who you want me to break down next. MMA makes no fucking sense, but I'm out here trying to put it all together. Until next time.